Why should you be? So my missus was quite hard about that. She'd have had no compunction about going. She said, "You stayed at Sheffield United." She didn't talk for me for a week. You know, she said, "I can't believe you haven't gone there." You with me?
Is that the longest time she's gone without talking to you, Dave?
Yeah, it was handy because I didn't get any more. Well, she was irritated with me anyway. So.
Would you say that being a partner to a high-profile manager such as yourself?
Yeah. Well, they feel the results if they come to the games and see you lose and all that, and the family and the kids. Of course, they want their husband and everything else. Because it is a wife's not easy. She has to go through the thick and thins of it all. You with me? And it's a hard job for them because it's a full-on job. Even more now than it used to be, because we used to go out scouting and doing a lot of other things that they don't do now. But of course it is. You know, they feel it. If you're losing games, they know how you feel and everything else. But to be fair, I might have had to driving home from Sheffield United or Barnsley after the game. But when I got indoors, we always went out. I think, it's not their fault, not the wife's fault. She wanted to go out Saturday night. You know, she's this. And I used to get rid of it. And I might wake up at 6 a.m. thinking about it again. But I wouldn't go in ranting and raving to her about this, that, or anything. You with me? We might discuss if she's been the game or not. But we wouldn't sort of end up. You know, you can't. Otherwise, I know other managers who if they've lost or they won't go out. You know, even if they've made the point that they won't go out. Well, I don't see that as being fair to the family. With me, they've married. A job shouldn't be like that. It affects you that way. So, But as I say, she just, and to be fair, I should have taken it. I should have gone. I made a mistake.
Yeah.
John Dennis was delighted to be fair to him. He did give me a bonus for staying. He did give me a lump sum for staying at Barnsley as a bonus for saying, thanks for staying for us. You with me? Which was decent of him because he needn't have done. I didn't go to him and say, look, you match the money or you give me more money and I'll stay. You with me? That wasn't the element of it. It was that I just felt, well, here I am, and I could see. I could see people think, well, please, he ain't stuck with Barnsley too long. He's, and that. But of course, now in this day and age, nobody sort of cares about that. I think there was more loyalty about, in years gone by in football. Because I know other managers who told me, Howard Wilkinson had the chance to go to Arsenal and turned it down because he thought he owed Leeds. Well, of course, he didn't, did he? So there's been a few to do it.
You mentioned that bonus. Another bonus for you this season then, obviously playing Wimbledon in the third round of the FA Cup, which obviously quite emotional for yourself. And there was a touching tribute on the front of the programme from Sam Hammam, which I'm going to read to you now, Dave, if you don't mind. Today we salute Dave Bassett, hero of Wimbledon, manager of the millennium. What you did by taking us from the 4th division to the 1st division will never be equalled. Other wonderful managers continued the miracle, but it was you who made it possible. You may well be in the rival dugout today, but there will always be a part of us in you and you in us. This will always be your spiritual home. It is an honour to welcome you back. What do you feel about that? Reading that to you now, Dave?
Yeah. Well, I got the programme, Sam. Yeah, I mean, yes. It was an emotional one. I'm not sure John Dennis was happy about it. I think we lost 1-0 and he felt that we it was there. I could tell he wasn't happy about it, but I thought Sam was his own man. Well, I mean, what I did for him at Wimbledon. I mean, the problem is, I think it's one of the most successful football stories in the history of the game. If you look at 10 stories, and who's done what Wimbledon? Watford came up. They didn't do it as quick as we did, and they had bigger gates. Wimbledon, 12,000 against 2,300. Miles bigger wage bill, made it there. You with me? And Wigan did a similar thing. You with me?
Yeah.
And Swansea went up once and then went straight back down. It was an incredible journey what we did at Wimbledon. You with me?
Yeah.
And it made Sam. I mean, I worked for Sam. for all them years as manager. And, I left him with a side that he sold for over 10 million quid, which, in 1988, 89 and 90. And, he made, £10 million profit. You with me? So that paid for running the club. And in fairness, because Sam, I ran the whole club at Wimbledon. I did all the contracts, I did all this, that and the other. And he said to me when he's taken me out, he said, you did the managing. He said all the others were just coaches and managers. None of them ran the club as if it was their own club and their own money and everything else. Yeah, so, I've been with him when he's at companies, a bit embarrassing sometimes because he has said to other people, this is the best manager. He admits, he said, Wimbledon, and particularly me, didn't get the credit that I deserve for what I done. But for a team that, came up, we finished 6th in the top division, did the double over Manchester United, won at Liverpool, knocked Everton out of the cup, who were the cup holders, did the double over Tottenham and did the double over Chelsea. No team has done that ever since one of those 4 games. Man City had not won at Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester United or Tottenham.